After years of living in my Jeep, I learned how little I truly needed. Now, in my Skoolie, with more space and comfort, I still carry that minimalist mindset with me, because simplicity brings peace, and less will always feel like more. Good morning, guys. It is definitely a great morning waking up in a bigger, roomier space. So, I've already had a cup of coffee. Now I'm going to have another cup. Cheers. So, this is a huge, huge, huge difference from living in a Jeep for 4 years. I'm gonna make my bed. So I have to say, this has been very nice. I can already tell a huge difference on how happy I am being in this bus. And my little dog, I can tell a difference with her too. I mean, living in the Jeep for so long, literally living inside of the Jeep, it was starting to get to me. I mean, I did it for years. You know, to be quite honest with you, the bed, my little mattress that I had, the little thin mattress that I had inside the Jeep, it wasn't very comfortable. And then it was a small space, tiny little small space. So now I have this big, huge bed with a nice, comfortable mattress, and it's a full size. And I have this nice counter. I can wake up in the morning, make my coffee if it's too cold outside, like it was this morning. I have my sink over there now that I can brush my teeth in. I can wash my dishes in. Huge, huge game changer. I now have a compost toilet inside of the Skoolie. My compost toilet, you know, I just wake up in the morning, go use the restroom. Living in the Jeep, I would have to set up my big old bathroom tent and then put my portable toilet in there. And the bathroom tent would always be set up away from my Jeep. And so I'd have to wake up in the morning, walk over to my bathroom tent, and you get it. So this is so nice. This is such a game changer for me. So, even though I do have a sink now, and the sink holds 7 gallons of fresh water, and then I have my 3-gallon jug over here for fresh water also. So technically I have like 10 gallons on board of fresh water that I can carry with me. But because I have more room, I also can just carry more gallons of water with me. So ideally, what I'm trying to do with this school bus, since it's a lot bigger space and I can put more things in here, is I'm trying to be able to stay off the grid in the middle of nowhere, preferably for like a month. With my Jeep, living in the Jeep, I think the longest I was able to stay out in the middle of nowhere without going back in town, having to restock up and everything, it was for like, the longest I think was a little over 2 weeks. So, and you got to think, I was in a car, a Jeep, that didn't have a whole bunch of space. And I was watching my weight a lot in the Jeep. And we all know water weighs a lot. Here in the bus, I'm still watching my weight with the bus. But when it comes to water, I will stock up on water. So one of the ways that I'm conserving water still, even though I have the sink, is, if you guys remember when I lived in the Jeep, how I used to brush my teeth, I'd brush my teeth with this little squirt bottle right here. And, you know, you just squirt it on your toothbrush, brush your teeth, rinse your toothbrush off, and then squirt it in your mouth and rinse the stuff out of your mouth. So, I'm still using that system for brushing my teeth in the bus. Because if I brush my teeth with this running water right here, bam, that was just more water than just a squirt. A lot more water. And then I am washing my dishes still the same way. So this is my dish soap up here. So I am still washing my dishes the same way. Voila. Now see, if I would have washed my coffee cup underneath this running water right here, that would have wasted probably twice as much as what I just used with my squirt bottle. And then the water that I'm putting in here for the sink is fresh water. It's drinkable water, potable water. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I can also use this water to make my coffee with and cook with, and you know, you get it. So some of the things that I learned from living in the Jeep and living very minimalist like that, I am carrying it over into living in the bus. Just because my goal is to see if I can be out somewhere for a whole entire month without having to go to a town or city and restock up. I have a refrigerator under here, and then I have a freezer over here where I can freeze my meat and all that stuff and make things, you know, make my food last longer. And yeah. And then as far as trash goes, my trash bag that I had on my spare tire on the back of my Jeep, where I put my trash in, I now have a ladder that I put on the back of the bus, and I was able to put that trash bag on the ladder on the back of the bus. So I don't have to keep the trash inside here, because I have a sensitive nose, so I can smell everything. So that was a big, huge concern of mine, the trash situation. So I found an RV ladder and actually made it fit on the back of the bus. So now I can just put my trash in that trash bag that's on the ladder on the outside of the bus. So, even though I have something bigger and something more spacious, I'm still living very minimalist. No, little one. She must see something outside. I'm still living very minimalist, and I am still living somewhat like the way I was living in my Jeep. So I know some of you guys asked me if I had AC and heat in the bus. Obviously, I have AC and heat in the bus, like when I'm driving. But no, I do not have like an AC unit or a heating unit as of right now. I just got the bus and I'm trying to figure things out. You guys do know that during the summer, I always try to go to higher elevation and cooler places to get out of the heat. I made it work in the Jeep for 4 years, so I'm sure I can make it work in the school bus right now until I can figure out that situation. But I had this AC fan thing that's USB rechargeable. I had it on my Amazon wish list and somebody bought me this. And huge thank you to the person that bought me this. So basically, it's almost like a mini swamp cooler is what it is. And I have to say, because at my property, because I had to go back to my property and get this bus together for traveling and switch over from my Jeep into the bus. And at my property, it was in the 90s. And I was using this right here when I was at my property, and I had my windows open. And I have to say, this little thing works pretty darn good. So you basically just... Oh yeah, my sink is loud, but I'm going to fix that. I am going to fix the sink. So you just put water in here. And then I have some ice cubes down here because I have a little ice tray. So this is my little ice tray that Ice Co gave me for free as a little gift. Taja, no ma'am. No ma'am, stop. She's looking out the door window over there because she loves to look out it. She must see somebody walking by. Sit. Sit. Good girl. So, the ice tray makes these big, huge ice cubes. So, I just put 2 ice cubes in the water. Has a little remote control. And see, it does put out a little mist also with the fan. And there's different speeds. There's low, medium, and high. I like the medium one. It works the best. And then it also will rotate. So I'm using this as my AC for right now. And then I do for heat, which I'm not concerned with right now because it's the summertime. But I do have a Mr. Buddy heater. And I also do have a stand-up heater that's very small that I used for my Jeep. So I think it'll work for the bus also. And yes, this is plugged in right now, but you guys, I have 800 watts of solar on top of the bus, 3 lithium batteries, an alternator charger that charges the batteries while I'm driving. So I'm never going to run out of power, so I can use the power as much as I want. So this is nice. So then for the windows, because there's no screen that comes with these bus windows. So I wanted to be able to be in these places, have my windows down to get the ventilation. But I didn't want bugs flying in, or flies, or mosquitoes, or gnats, or anything like that. So I had to really give this some thought. And right now, I only have 2 windows done because I have to get the rest of the windows done. So the other windows that I didn't do this to have insulation on the windows for right now. So And the reason why I haven't done the other windows is because I'm trying to find a better system for this also. As you can see, the curtains are hard to open on this window. But let me turn my fan off. It's probably loud. So what I did for the two windows is I did go buy some screen from Home Depot. So there is screen on here. And I was trying to find the cheapest and easiest way to do this right now. Because I can't afford to start dumping money in the bus right now. I want to get a feel of the bus also. So I went and got some screen, and I have Velcro. And what I do is I just take this Velcro down like that. Very gentle. Roll the window down. Put the screen back up. And then I have ventilation. And then I have another window over here that I already did also. I have a whole roll of screen sitting over there. It's just I got to get the other windows done. So for right now, this has been working. When it gets really, really hot though, the Velcro likes to come off from the screen. But otherwise, it's been working. Okay, so I've already been asked by some people on, do I have a stove in here? How do I cook in here? So there isn't a built-in stove in here. There's a refrigerator, but not a built-in stove. And so I don't want things to be like really cramped in here either. So I like having this space. I'm kind of spoiled with the space right now. So this all goes to be a minimalist also. So I do still have my 2-burner camping stove. So I will be using my camping stove to cook on. I have a foldable table that stands up pretty high that I'll put outside of the bus. I'm pointing down here because the foldable table is stored down here. But I'll put my stove on top of the table outside of the bus, and I will cook outside. Because preferably I don't want to cook inside the bus because of the fact that it's still a small space and smells will stick on things like the curtains, the bedspread, clothes. So I don't want, whereas I am a great cook, I don't want my bus smelling like food when I lay down at night to go to bed. But if there's bad weather, then yes, I will cook inside the bus. I have this huge countertop right here to do it. And yeah. So right now, I'm going to make me a tuna salad and crackers. But I don't need to pull out my stove for this. These are eggs. I'm boiling my eggs. But I have my jet boil. And this is how I boil my eggs. It boils it a lot quicker, and it's less cleanup and less setup. So this is my 3-gallon water jug over here. And then voila. Just a few minutes, I'll have some boiled eggs.